Lee, a comprehensive victory over Canvey Island today. That almost sounded like things were clicking there. You must be delighted.
Yeah, no, over the moon. You know, we said for many weeks now that we were, you know, we was going to go and score a few goals when it clicked. And today that was it. You know, that was pressure on the boys because, you know, we had to win that game of football. You know, it's the old-fashioned six-pointer, you know, scrapping it out at the bottom. And I thought they were superb. First half, not at the races. First time that I've had to really go in there and go at them. And they come out, you know, second half, I thought they were superb.
What does it do for the confidence of those lads in there with the goals flowing? Because it kind of happened in real time, didn't it? Once we got the second goal at least, that confidence, the tails were up, and that's sort of what we've needed over these last few games, wasn't it? So how pleased are you to see that confidence flow in full flow?
Do you know what? It's just with youngsters, you know, as we say, we're going back to it. We keep going back to the point how young these kids are. You know, I thought Corey, 17-year-old today, was absolutely outstanding, you know, and you know, he's 17, you know, and that level of performance, you know, and this is what you get. So we need to be back both, you know, when we're having good days and bad days, because, you know, these guys need you, and you've seen today that they will go out there and produce for you.
And talking about youngsters, Zach Hamber, I think he's only just turned 18 the other day, I believe. So a nice little birthday treat for him this week. Was involved in a lot. Obviously got his goal, won the penalty as well. So how pleased are you that someone like him, so young, coming in from Leyton Orient and making an impact like he has? Delighted.
You know, he's got a great character, because he's willing to step up, and that's what we want. We want people to go, do you know what, I'll win you the game today. And we spoke before, and he promised a goal. So he made sure that he delivered.
And it's 3 points, first win at home this season, which is a big thing. I mean, how much of a weight off your shoulders is that, you know, to do it in front of your home crowd?
Yeah, do you know what? Look, I've always gone back to it. Say it to the boys all the time. Look, I'll wear everything. You guys go out there and showcase what you're all about, and you take all the plaudits. That's fine. I'm here to be that safety net, you know. And I know that I'm not always going to get it right in terms of the changes or personnel that we pick. But, you know, we're trying our hardest week in, week out. You know, we're watching, you know, numerous amounts of games. We're getting out there. The scout network's been superb. So a big shout out to them guys, Rich and all them boys who are working tirelessly. You know, going to every game known to man. So, you know, it's a real team effort.
And some familiar faces for you on Tuesday. We go straight into it. How nice is it now? It's 3 days, and it almost felt like we didn't want full time to happen there because our tails were up. But it's a good opportunity, isn't it, to get to use that as a springboard, if you like. Yeah.
Look, Tuesday's going to be tough. You know, I know the manager well. They're going to be, you know, very well drilled. You know, playing under him last year, I know what standards he sets and requires. So look, you know, it's going to be a tough game, like any game in this league. You know, saw it today. First half, we're probably the lesser team. So we need to be at it, and that's what we just said today. Is that, look, stay on that equilibrium. Let's make sure that we're ready to go and come out fighting, because it's going to be a tough battle.
Thanks, Lee. Well done today.